An adventure for Puchku. This is the street where Puchku lives. This is also the street where Boltu lives. Boltu and Puchku don't need a phone to talk to each other. They can just stand at the window and yell. Dodla lives 2 streets away, which is too far to yell. So when Dodla hears Puchku and Boltu calling his name, it's a surprise. He looks out of the window to see their heads sticking out of a red car. "We're going on a car ride," says Puchku. "Come down." Boltu's father phones Dodla's mother. He explains that he's taking his friend's old car out for a test drive because he's thinking of buying it. The brilliant plans department by Boltu, Puchku and Dodla BPD2 off. As they drive around, clouds grumble and lightning flashes. Uncle looks worried. "We should go home before it rains," he says. But the little red car wobbles, and Uncle looks out of the window and wails, "It's a tire puncture." "That means all the gas is coming out," Dodla explains. "Like when Uncle burps after eating too much at lunch?" asks Puchku. Uncle harumphs and says, "We'll have to change the tire." Thump! 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 The sky explodes with rain. Uncle tries to start the car, but it doesn't vroom. It doesn't sputter. The little red car just growls and stands there. "Look, Puchku," says Dodla. "The road has turned to Duffy." "What is Duffy?" Puchku asks. Boltu says, "Dud plus coffee, silly." "Never mind Duffy," says Puchku. "This is a mission for BPD2. How do we get home now that the car has broken down and the road is flooding?" "We need a brilliant plan." "I have one. There was a leopard sighting 2 days ago." "Right here," says Boltu. "The leopard isn't as fast as the cheetah, the fastest land animal in the world. But it can run at 58 kilometers per hour, so if we take a ride on the leopard, we can get home before lunch." "How do we find the leopard?" asks Dodla. Boltu scratches his head. Tap, tap, tap. It's a man with a very big umbrella. His eyes look like they are made of smiles. "I run that snack shop," says the man. "Do you need some help?" Puchku, Dodla, Boltu and Uncle huddle under Snack Shop Uncle's umbrella and cross the road. Once in the shop, everyone feels happier. The air smells of wet earth and chai. There is a woman eating a pakoda. Puchku's tummy growls hopefully. "That's my daughter," says Snack Shop Uncle. Turning to her, he says, "Their car got a puncture and broke down." "Can I borrow your phone?" asks Boltu's father. "Mine is out of battery. I have to call a mechanic." "I can help you fix the car," says the Didi with the pakoda. No, we need a real mechanic," says Uncle. Snack Shop Uncle shrugs and says, "The reception is bad here. Come upstairs to my home. The phone works over there." Boltu introduces BPD2 as Didi arranges pakoda and chutney on 3 plates. "Thank you, Pakoda Didi," says Puchku. "Can we call you Pakoda Didi?" "My name is actually Puncurry, but I think I like Pakoda Didi better," says Pakoda Didi. "Do you make pakodas like your father?" asks Dodla. Pakoda Didi shakes her head. "I work in the fire brigade, in the big city." Puchku, Boltu and Dodla's eyes turn as large as the pakoda plates. My job is to help people who find themselves in trouble, says Pakoda Didi. If there's a fire, we help put it out. If there's someone stuck in a lift, we help them get out. When it rains and the streets flood, we get people to shelter. BPD2 fires questions at Pakoda Didi. Is your fire truck red? Have you seen a fire? Does the fire hose feel like a giant noodle? Pakoda Didi laughs. Yes, it's red. Yes, I've seen lots of fires. The hose is more like a giant python. It's very heavy when it's full of water. Did you go up on a hydraulic ladder? Asks Boltu. I was on one when I saved 2 people from the 6th floor of a building that was on fire. 6th floor. Puchku imagines a ladder that can take her to the top of the tallest bookshelf in the world. I want a ladder like that, she says. Next time you come to the big city, come to my fire station, says Pakoda Didi. You have your own fire station? Boltu, Dodla, and Puchku squeal together. Pakoda Didi grins. I'm in charge, so yes. Can you take us for a ride on a fire truck? Asks Boltu. Before that, let's fix your car, shall we? Says Pakoda Didi. She pulls out a toolkit and a plastic sheet and grabs some chocolate biscuits from a shelf. After holding hands, looking right and looking left, Pakoda Didi and BPD2 cross the road. All right, BPD2, says Pakoda Didi, are we ready to get our hands dirty? Yes, says Puchku. Do we have to? Ask Boltu and Dodla. Under the car hood, it looks like a tiny city, full of coils and curves. Pakoda Didi asks for black tape and carefully wraps it around different wires. Now we don't have to worry about short circuits, she says. She flips open a small lid. What does that look like to you? She says. A small mud monster, says Puchku. Pakoda Didi tips and taps and listens. Then she nods. Is the car talking to you? Puchku asks. She's a car translator, says Dodla. This is a spark plug and it should be clean and white. It's called a spark plug because it shoots out sparks, says Pakoda Didi. I think we found our problem. She calls Wrenchbow, who turns up with brake fluid and spark plug. What are you doing? Boltu's father wails, running out of the shop. You know, Uncle, I always say firefighters should know how to fix things. That way, if a truck breaks down, we can fix it quickly. Pakoda Didi says, as she comes out from under the car. Pakoda Didi fixed the car and I helped, Puchku says. Boltu and I also helped, says Dodla. It's true, Pakoda Didi says. You were a great help. Pinky promise you will show us your fire station? Asks Puchku. And let us ride your fire truck, Boltu adds. We promise to bring chocolate biscuits, Dodla says. Pakoda Didi grins. Then, it's a deal, she says.